Rick and Morty Season 7's shocking death explained by Dan Harmon. Dan Harmon addresses the major character death that occurred during Rick and Morty Season 7 Episode 5, explaining how he approached the big moment. Rick and Morty creator Dan Harmon explains the approach to Season 7 Episode 5's shocking character death, first airing in 2013. Harmon's hit animated sci-fi adventure show follows the interdimensional exploits of genius Rick Sanchez and his grandson, Morty Smith. The show returned for Season 7 on Adult Swim last month and is currently halfway through its latest batch of episodes. Now, following the airing of Rick and Morty Season 7 Episode 5, Harmon breaks down the episode's biggest surprise, Rick Prime's death, in a recent interview with Variety. By killing Rick Prime and letting evil Morty get away with the Omega device, Harmon says that Rick C-137 basically gave a leash that's around his neck to someone that isn't him, because he's more invested consciously in the destruction of himself. I think that's both tragic and also, writers and drunks like me consider that kind of noble and interesting, the commitment to self-destruction. Check out Harmon's additional comments below. What Rick Prime's death means for Rick and Morty Season 7. There was some question at the beginning of Season 7 whether Rick was singularly defined by his quest for revenge after the murder of his wife, Diane. In early episodes, after all, his revenge mission takes a back seat during other outings, such as his adventures with Jerry. Episode 5, however, sees Rick C-137 give in to his dark inner desire for vengeance, and it becomes clear that revenge was still his singular focus. As is so often the case with murderous revenge missions, Rick isn't left feeling satisfied and whole again after beating Rick Prime to death. Instead, Rick is left feeling cold and empty after the deed, with Rick Prime's death doing nothing to fill the gaping hole in his heart, something that the Rick and Morty post-credits scene hammers home. Rick Prime has been a central figure in the show as Rick C-137's nemesis for multiple seasons now, and with him gone, it's possible that the remaining episodes of Season 7 will feature a different version of the latter character. With his revenge mission complete and successful, Rick C-137 could lack purpose and direction in the rest of Rick and Morty Season 7. This could mean a somewhat more somber tone in the upcoming episodes, and perhaps a more introspective storyline. While it remains to be seen what twists and turns Harmon has planned for the remaining episodes of Rick and Morty Season 7, it seems likely that the repercussions from Rick Prime's death will be felt for episodes to come. Where will Rick's story go from here? Rick's revenge against Rick Prime has been a key motivator for his actions throughout the series, which have culminated in his success. However, now that his quest for vengeance has been completed, Rick and Morty Season 7's story direction is up in the air. The rest of the season could do anything from focus on episodic adventures to center around evil Morty, who escaped at the end of the episode with a powerful weapon. However, it's also likely the series will explore Rick's psychological state now that he's reached the end of his lifelong path of revenge. Season 7, Episode 3 already saw the return of Dr. Wong, his therapist who has helped him with his mental health before. The rest of the season could train its focus on his development post-revenge, perhaps marking big changes in his character for the remainder of the series. With 5 episodes left in Rick and Morty Season 7, there's plenty of time for Rick's further development as the second half of the season progresses. The remaining episodes could also have a mixed focus on his mental health, evil Morty's next villainous plan, and general episodic adventures. Which aspects of the show the rest of Season 7 decides to focus on will be revealed as the rest of the show airs weekly.